And more than that, I would say that just because a person is a Negro or a Black American does not mean he's going to struggle for Negro rights or for jobs for Negroes or anything else. I think that today you could point to a large number of Negro leaders who have consistently betrayed Negroes in a whole host of areas.
They aren't really Negro leaders. These are puppets that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. These are parrots that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. You can't name me a Negro leader who has been betrayed Negroes, who has not been endorsed, sanctioned, subsidized, and supported by the white liberals.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Today, I've got some great informational stuff that you are not going to want to miss. We have Malcolm X, a clip that I've never, ever seen before. You are really going to want to stick around for this. He's talking about the Democrats and how they keep Black people chained and stay in power. This is so amazing. I've never, ever seen this before. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell and also watch the video to the very end. Now let's check this out. Guys, there is so much that we're going to talk about today. So I do want to let you see some other clips before we get to the Malcolm X one. The Malcolm X one is really, really good, but I'm going to be sharing with you right now, Black men are done being disrespected by Democrats for voting Trump.
Y'all want to see disrespect? Here we go.
But, we can't poll people's hearts and we can't see into people's hearts. And so when we're looking at these polls and we're looking at who is voting for Trump, you've got 53% of white women that voted for him in 2020. We've got to reach those women. We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy Black men that did vote for Trump. We've got to reach those people. We've got to reach the Cuban men in Miami that overwhelmingly voted for Trump.
You know what's crazy? They can't even hide their contempt and disrespect for Black men anymore. Just look at that panel. Sunny Hostin, who was the only Black woman on that panel of white women and one white Hispanic woman. Look how she goes up there and just talks shit about Black men. She speaks in terms of care and respect. We need to reach the white women who voted for Donald Trump. We need to reach the Cuban men who voted for Donald Trump. But when she's talking about Black men, we got to reach those ridiculous, crazy Black men. This is the level of comfort that these people have in disrespecting you, Black men. And here's the crazy thing. It's like, Black women, at what point are you going to look at these cackling hens and on The View and on all of these MSNBC mainstream media platforms who are always talking all this shit, this disrespectful shit about your men, about your fathers, your brothers, your sons, your uncles? When are you going to say, you know what? I'm tired of seeing these people disrespect our men, our families, and our community. Because this is the level of respect that Democrats have for you. This is the level of respect that Kamala Harris has for you when she rolls out some pandering ass bullshit policy yesterday in the 11th hour because they see that Black men ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe no more. This is why they roll out Barack Obama from whatever $60 million cave he came from to chastise Black men and to tell you to fall in line, to lecture you like you are children. You know why? Because Democrats view you, Black people, as political children. And so I will always say that y'all need to get up off that Democrat plantation. Amen. Why do I call it a plantation? Because they clearly see you through a lens of ownership. And to anyone who dares to question Black people's Blackness, the authenticity of who they are based upon your proximity to white liberals, you are nothing more than a traitor to your race, because Malcolm said it quite clearly. You are political chumps and you're traitors to your race. So just stew on that for a second.
Yes, let's stew on that for a moment, because in that clip with Sunny Hostin, she said we have to reach the white women, we have to reach the men of other ethnicities. But when she got the Black men, her eyes bulged out. And she said, crazy, ridiculous Black men. She didn't say anybody else was crazy and ridiculous. See how disrespectful they are? Well, I'm taking up for you, Black men. You're smart, you're intelligent, you're handsome. Those of you who do your business like you're supposed to. Not all of you do right. But to the Black men who do right, And there's plenty of them, plenty of them. You are God-fearing, smart. You take care of your families. You work hard. You obey the laws of the land. You keep your nose clean, all of that. Okay. And you're faithful to your wives or girlfriends, fiancés. Those are the men I'm talking to. And there are Black men. There are many men of all ethnicities like that. And those are the men I'm talking to right now. Don't let anybody disrespect you and treat you like a child. Because what Barack Obama did, Barack Hussein Obama, this man said he climbed out of some $60 billion cave to say something. He didn't even act like he really wanted to be there. Had his hands in his pockets. He didn't have any kind of energy or emotion with it. I mean, this is a done deal. Let's go on and get Trump and Vance on in the White House, because these Democrats, they're just up to no darn good. And they can't even pretend to do good. Kamala Harris going to come in at the 12th hour talking about some reparations need to be studied. She didn't say she was giving up any. She just said it needs to be studied, and she won't do anything. Democrats, they get paid to do absolutely nothing. This is from Darren Aquino for New York City mayor. The Black community has been divided by Barack Obama, and now the Black community is standing up for Donald Trump, the true unity president. America, we the people are challenging the Democrats. The only thing given to the Black community by Democrats was slavery. Wow. Malcolm X called them white devils. Ooh, that's pretty harsh for those white liberals.
Black men have to get over the fact that you got a woman on the ticket.
Right.
And are you afraid to vote for her is basically what he did and challenged them.
A damn shame. It's like, it's so insulting. Could you imagine a white man talking down to Black people like that, particularly Black men? That's our issue, women. It's not the fact that I don't have a job or my job is not existing, or, I'm in a world where, by the way, progressives are erasing me from movies, from billboards, from opportunities. The Democratic Party, particularly progressives in Hollywood, Madison Avenue, Washington, D.C., Wall Street, they have erased the Black man. There's no opportunities for Black men anywhere in their world. And I think a lot of it centers around what they perceive as to be too much toxic masculinity. They hate Black masculinity. They hate it. And they've gone to war with it. And Black men have noticed it. And guess what? They're saying, we're not going to take it anymore. Give you an example. By the way, they're tired of being pimped. Mm-hmm. Brothers are tired of being pimped. Kamala Harris is going to do something to legalize marijuana. As they were pushing for this, all these states, the legalization thing, every time they put Black people in the commercials, front row, it's opportunities for minorities. This is an article from 2022. Payne, talking about Congressman Donald Payne at the time, outraged that New Jersey denied cannabis licenses to all Black-owned businesses who applied, to every single one, none. But they had the ads, Black kids and Black people making money from this. But when it came through, they gave them zero. They give them zero every single time. And guess what? Black men are waking up. They're not wanted in the white progressive world. They're not wanted. And they're waking up to this and they're pushing back.
Wow.
Do you think that for those who are not inclined to vote for Kamala Harris, will they sit it out and not vote? Or will they vote for President Trump?
I think the majority will vote for President Trump. This is not a sort of, hey, protest, you're going to miss me kind of thing. This is like, okay, this is a guy, by the way, for all of the media attacks against Trump, he has reached out to Black voters from day one. Even when inside the Republican Party, all the experts, right? And we have a few of them who come through the building. It's a mistake like that. Like when they say, don't campaign here, don't campaign there. All these experts who, by the way, are not at the top of the ticket, told them not to reach out to Black voters. This is from the very beginning. He goes to the Bronx. He goes to these different places. He's reached out to Black voters in a way that no Republican candidate ever has, despite the fact that they said, well, your return on investment will be nil. Mm-hmm. He still has gone out and done that, and people appreciate that.
Yeah, one more thing for that New York Times poll. 47% of African-American voters, a plurality, said crime in big cities had gotten out of control.
Sure.
Well, no duh.
Yeah.
They care about it, too.
Sure, of course, Black people care about it. Listen, when I sit with my friends and we talk, yeah, they're all registered Democrats, and most of them are loathed, have never voted for a Republican. But when you listen to our conversations, you would think it was a room full of 10 Republicans. I mean, it's time to say, hey, whether you talk out loud, because, this whole cancel culture has been existing in our Black community for a long time. Either you keep it real, but when you want to be yourself, it's not keeping it real, right? You keep it real or you're kicked out. People are saying, forget about it. I need to take care. Every one of these initiatives, by the way, Kamala Harris is talking about. Mentorship, apprenticeship. These are all buzzwords. You know, I'm 23 years old. Now you want to give me an apprenticeship? I'm not even talking about long-term solutions for my children. None of this is for long-term. Oh, health initiative, get the health initiative. Now they're going to help black people in health? They're going to expand screening, preventative screenings. That's not helping. That's not helping. That's the kind of thing when they tell black people go out and improve your credit. For what? To be a better consumer? I mean, all of this stuff is ridiculous. This is all the stuff this is in their bag of tricks. But the bags of tricks is old, it's got cobwebs on it, and it's left black people wanting and hurting. And
we're going to find it.
It's all a bag of tricks, people. Everything that Kamala Harris says she's going to do is all a bag of tricks. Oh, we're going to give you money for your business. We're going to give you this and give you that. Whenever they want to give anything, somebody has to pay for it, and it's used as a means of control. All that give stuff, and there's always some little line or little wordage or verbiage somewhere in the small print that you need to be aware of. Now, they're saying what they have to say on the Democrat side to get elected. They are saying that. We've already been through 4 years of Biden and Harris. And since Biden showed cognitive decline, we can only assume based on what Biden and Kamala Harris has said that she was in the room, the last one in the room, tie-breaking vote on a lot of the legislation. And she was a major part of legislation that had impact, per her interview on The View, when Sunny Hostin asked her, was there anything would you have done differently? She said, nothing comes to mind. And we look how it has been under her, right? Well, she wasn't the president. She was making the decisions. Jim Crow Joe said there was nothing that he did that she could not do, and he delegated responsibility to her. He threw her up under the bus on The View, and she confirmed it again and doubled down and said there was nothing that she would have done differently. So the border, the economy, the crime, all the billions upon billions, hundreds of billions of dollars going overseas and giving Hurricane Helene victims $750 that they have to apply for, while you've got these illegals in fancy hotel rooms that cost more than $350 a night. Make that make sense. Democrats have given everybody, not just black people, everybody their ass to kiss. Forgive me. But they have given their butts to kiss after they've used the bathroom. It is disgusting. It is disgusting how they take people for granted. And they look like, they act like they own the black people. Like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, like I'm property. That's that slave master mentality. Now, finally, let us see what Malcolm X himself said about the Democrats.
You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And there's all other legislation they wanted to bring up. They brought it up and got it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you pass controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives in the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. I know you don't like me saying that. I'm not the kind of person who come here to say what you like. I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not.
Wow. Amazing. Now I admit the lips were not matching. I don't know what was going on there. I've seen other clips where Malcolm X was saying pretty much the same exact thing. The same exact thing. I'm telling you, people who are going to be dumb enough to vote Democrat, I'm just going to say y'all being stupid, but you're going to be dumb enough to vote for this party that's in power right now. And look at the mess that the country is in, but yet y'all want to say I'm with her. You are stupid. Okay? You are just being so dumb right now. I mean, you're not even thinking clearly. You think that the media cares about anybody. They certainly don't care about Black folks. They don't care about any of us. But let's just keep it 100. I'm just going to keep it 100 on this channel. I love everybody. No matter what you look like. I love everybody. I really do. But let's just keep it 100. The media stereotypes Black people. The media, the Democrats have come across and broken up the Black family, poured things into the neighborhoods, into Black neighborhoods. They call us to hurt ourselves. Okay, yeah, the drugs. Okay, let's keep it 100 on this channel. I'm not sugarcoating anything for anybody. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm not here to make you just warm and fuzzy in your sin and in your stupor, your drunken stupor. You need to wake the heck up, realize what is happening, do more than turn on BS, NBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC. Do more than that. Dig deep for the truth. The media is the prince of the airways. It's been ran by Satan. So if the devil tells you to vote for Kamala Harris, that should tell you right now. Satan uses the media to tell us to vote for Kamala Harris. He's using Hollywood and the music industry and people like Magic Johnson to say, vote for Kamala Harris. That tells you right now, look at their lives. Should we listen to them? Should we listen? Clearly, we should not. Okay? Because the devil is the prince of the airwaves and Satan only lies. So if the media airwaves are saying, vote for Kamala Harris, that should be like a little light bulb should go off. Ding, 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 ding. Something should go off in your brain. Hope your brain cells are working. I want everybody's brain cells to work. I really pray they work. Because if they say don't vote for Donald Trump, that means you should vote for him. Look at this. If the media is behind the Hollywood and the music industry is behind a certain candidate, that is the one you should not vote for. And that would be Kamala Harris. Because look at what they promote. Everything that is anti-God, that's what they lift up. And that is what she represents. She's the woman on top of the beast. Horrible in my opinion. But you guys have seen what has been going on with your own eyes. And we can get out there. I'm gonna have to just, be a little brave or a little crazy, whatever you want to call it, on my Facebook, because I've had it. I have just about had it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.